What is going on, y'all? Happy Wednesday. It is January 13th, 2021. And today, the stock market didn't do shit. No, it really didn't. Like, it was like straight up chill. Like, it literally was like on a beach, like with a beer and a Corona, and just like straight up chilling. Nah, but in all seriousness, though, the few things did happen that we're going to go over, and we're also going to go over a few plays that we made on for that news. But at this moment, I just want to take a quick moment, real quick, to just give a shout out to the Slumdog family, the Iris Finance family, and also to the cult in the chats out there that has been showing so much love, so much love. And also too, I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all for what y'all doing, y'all in the portfolios, y'all investing in the options, y'all using that bread and putting it into the long term, and y'all holding. I'm so proud of y'all. So very proud of y'all. But also too, speaking of Iris, wanted to show y'all something really quick. This is Iris Finance that I'm always talking about. This is a stock market social app that I've got invited to, that I'm also going to be inviting you guys to as well. Link is going to be in the description if you wanted to join. But basically, long and short of this is, think of it like an Instagram, but specifically and solely for stocks. Now, mind you, there's a lot of stuff, little apps and stuff called like stock twits, Facebook groups, and all that crap. But there's a lot of toxic people out there, man. A lot of toxic people. And this app I love because there's a lot of people that are supportive. They give ideas, and there's like a whole bunch of different personalities and a whole bunch of different perspective on the stock market. Like me, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything, and I'm always willing to learn something new. And so I go here anytime like I'm going getting ideas, or if like what other people are trading and whatnot. And also too, you can share your portfolios amongst each other. You can see what everybody else is trading, see their orders and whatnot. Oh, also disclaimer, they are not paying me at all to actually advertise for them. This is just something I'm doing because I love the app, and I felt as though that this honestly needs to be shared, especially with a lot of new traders out there that just don't know where to go, don't know where to invest. I like, again, shout out to the Slumdog Trading Group and whatnot. You guys have been holding it down. You guys have been motivated and going to the grindstone, wanting to more and more and more, learn more and more and more. We want to keep at it, and we want to keep this money that we're sitting here and investing and whatnot. But like, once again, this is the Iris Finance app. The link is going to be in the description. Feel free to check it out if you want to. If not, it's whatever. All right, now on to what we came here for, ladies and gentlemen, from my YouTube family. So today we went up, and Trump got impeached for a second time. From the House, mind you. That still has to go through the Senate, but what you call it? What's his name? McConnell. He said he's not going to vote on it. He's not going to basically push this before the inauguration of Biden, I believe. So long story short of it, market doesn't care. and long short of that, the market doesn't give a damn about that. What we really do care about is tomorrow's Biden is supposed to be talking. I don't know if it's going to be throughout the day. He's going to give it like tidbits or whatnot, like kind of like spark notes and like little breadcrumbs and shit about his economic plan. We also have financial data coming out from the Fed about inflation, which should actually move the market. So it's going to be interesting. And I believe that's it, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow. So tomorrow should be a little bit busy. Should be more interesting than today. Today honestly was a dead day. But other news, Alibaba. Good old Alibaba. My homie Ma. Free homie Ma. Wherever you are, brother. We are praying for you, man. We are praying for you. Chinese government not playing. Well, I'm thinking he's good. But recent news today, I made a play on Alibaba, and I wanted to show you guys something about this too. I got the news, it was a tweet, that the U.S. government allowed Alibaba, Tencent, and Baidu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it was Baidu. They were going to be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange, or rather, they were on a list to be basically investigated even further to see if they should be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. That came out good, so that's why Alibaba popped today. So I made a play. Issue is that I played the news too freaking late. I got distracted with work and whatnot, and I paid way too much for this. In my opinion, I paid $2.59. I really wanted to get it here, and Robinhood really doesn't show the accuracy. But I would like around here was wanted to pay like $1.93. And we switch over to Thinkorswim. All right, so here's Alibaba here on Thinkorswim, part of TD Ameritrade. That's completely free, by the way. You just had to sign up for an account. We bought the option right around here. I want to click. Move it. Come on. There we go. We got to press and hold. So we bought the option right here. And we basically got hit by the market makers. And what that means is that we basically paid too damn much. We wanted it at about under 200. And because of the fact that the stock was going up and it was going up so quickly, it already priced in all right, it's going to go up even faster and whatnot. So basically, the more velocity, the more volume that's going on, the price of the option is going to go higher. So when that happened, it stayed at this 240 price, and then it got a little bit, the option went up a little bit, and then it just got killed. So I lost a little bit on that. So that's why I said I paid too much, because if I bought it here around this price, then I can be like, all right, cool, we can be holding a little bit more, but it's fine. We got time on it. It only expires in March, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's basically I was just doing something that was a quick flip, but it didn't turn out to be that way, which is fine. Like I said, we got time. Another play that we did, which was interesting, was Lulu. The reason why I said Lulu is because we traded Lulu before, and Lulu has treated us very good. Lulu is, if you're not familiar, it's the stock for Lululemon. They're in sports athletics wear. A lot of people have been buying into them, and apparently they did very, very good during this holiday. And so that's going to be great for their earnings. I believe they report on, when did they report? February, I want to say? March 25th. So we got this option play for June 18th with a $500 strike. Not only do they did good for revenue for this holiday season, but also they got a price target upgrade by an analyst. And anytime that happens, it pushes the stock up. So good beans, good beans. All right, and let's see, last but not least, the other play that we have bought today was, drum roll, here we go, GameStop. If you are in GameStop, please, 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 please take your profits now off the table, or at least trim it down some, because honestly and truthfully, to me, in my opinion, and also this could be a bias, but I do know a significant amount of people over the years, and I'm pretty old, so it's a long time, and they have told me so many different stories that I'm not willing to share with you about GameStop and its management policies and also their business model. The only reason why the stock is up is because they had a change in their board. And that when a company does that, depending on who it is, it can either send the stock or the price up, down, whichever way, depending on the person. In this case, the person happened to be the CEO of Chewy. And for those of you unfamiliar with Chewy, we've been talking about it a few times. We brought it up yesterday in our watch list. Chewy is a very good online retailer for pet supplies. Pets, whatever you need for your pet, Chewy is the place to go online. They did exceptionally well during the pandemic as well, and that's another play that we're looking into. But in relation to GameStop, the CEO signing onto the board created this squeeze, and squeezes tend to pop. So that's the reason why I got a put, but this is a leap put. And what a leap is basically I have a significant amount of time on it. It's like around about a year. Yeah, a year of time. And I'm betting that the stock is going to hit that $12 strike price. It's going to go down. The GameStop has a horrible reputation. Its brand has been dragged through the mud amongst gamers. Everything's been switching to online. I mean, it's great that they have a business model with Affrm as well, which we're going to get into. Freaking Affrm. It's too damn high. Too damn freaking high, man. So this stock, for those who are unfamiliar, Affrm has a deal with a whole bunch of different retailers where you can break down the payments of a large dollar item or a whole bunch of different things. In my case, sometimes I use Affrm to break down the payments of Funko Pops or a large order of Funko Pops. So I love Funko Pops. What can I say? But the thing is that Affrm is basically like a fintech, kind of like Square. Square is a fintech, and they specialize in loans and the revenue generated from those loans from those companies and whatnot. Issue is that they were pricing in at $40 a share to debut today. They rocketed it up for retailers to $90 a share. 98% increase. So it's still going up. Issue that I'm having with jumping in, because I was even considering it. Because I'm a user, a consumer of their product, I was considering jumping in. But at these prices, nah, bruh. Nah, I need to know more about your revenue base and your float and all that before I dive my in right here for Affrm, in my opinion. Not only that, they had a cash offering for their IPO price, I believe, is 26 million. They were close. They were close. They didn't meet that in the first like 10, 15 minutes of trading when usually an IPO is supposed to do that. Whenever like to prove that it's like, hey, we're doing good. We're owning up. So like, it's great. We don't have short sellers or inside investors and none of that crap. Blah, 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 blah. But they didn't. They missed it by 1 million today. So again, in this case, I usually don't say price is a factor, but to me, this is a huge fucking factor, man. Affrm is not worth the $99, $97 when the only thing that you're doing is basically like subsidizing loans and carrying float. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I believe in the company, but not at this price. This is something I'm going to chill off of. I'm going to watch it. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely going to be watching it. But this is something I'm definitely going to be chilling off and waiting for a better price to jump into. So, but that's my take on it. That is my personal take on it. It's just too damn high. It's just too damn high. Too damn high. What else do we have? Oh, I did not explain this. I little hidden got a little droplet here. I did buy some XL shares. If you are following in these from my Slumdog group traders, we bought this when they debuted after they merged with their special acquisitions group, and we bought them at like roughly about 24, 25. And I said, nah, let me take the gains because they got a little pump, kind of like a Carol Baskins as she's killing Zomedica. Anyway, they got a pump from a no, it wasn't Piper. What was this guy? Citron. Citron is a known, this guy that works for Citron is not, the person's name is not Citron. Well, anyway, this guy is a short seller. He's a known short seller. And he said we could put a price target. It's going to go to $60. And that's what hyped it up initially. And it went up to like 35 to 40, I believe. What was it, 52 account? 35, yeah. So it was 35. So I was like, you know what? I don't know about this. And then people were like, yeah, it's just based off of his word. It doesn't have any really ground. And this is a company that specializes in converting gasoline cars, believe this or not, to electric. So it's going to help with that area. So, I mean, I kind of see the dynamic in there. And with my portfolio, as you guys know, I am big on solo. So I kind of want to diversify in the market. And there's also another one that I'm going to touch bases that we're going to be watching tomorrow as well before we close. That's a different one. But I wanted to mix my portfolio up with different EV companies because let's face it, guys, tech is here to stay. And tech is going to definitely change a lot of different things. There's going to be a whole bunch of different things coming in the next 4 or 5 years. Like selfless driverless cars, like even Sony. Sony just announced that they're going to have a freaking electric car. Like everybody in their damn mama wants to have an electric vehicle. Like, come on, man. Come on. And as we know, Tesla is king. Tesla is king right now. But that may change. That may change. So I'm basically prepping myself for that. So I have XL for that, and yes, let's touch bases and end it with the watch list for tomorrow. So we're going to be watching Solo. Again, the reason why it popped up yesterday over to the $9 is because there was a sweep. I figured that it was going to die down. I don't see it coming back down, depending on what Biden says on his economic outlook and whatnot. If he talks about marijuana stocks, that's another thing too. Cannabis stocks. He's not going to talk about cannabis stocks. He's going to talk about cannabis, EV, energy, stimulus, those key things. If he speaks of and makes mention of, the market is going to react to, and vice versa in a negative matter. If he's talking about lockdowns or if he's talking about any issues with vaccines or anything like that, that's going to drive the market down. We're going back into the watch list. Square, I'm also watching the sympathy play for that because with COVID payments and stimulus payments, that could be a push for them. Bitcoin, I think the fad has died out with them. I don't see them going up anymore, but it's been at this range for a while. And Square is one of those companies that I'm just like, I love it. I love it so much, but it's always been faking me out. So that's why I'm long on it and I'm holding for dear life. What's the next one? Fuel Cell. I've been told about Fuel Cell for God knows how long, and I've been watching this on and off, and I don't know. I might be pulling the trigger tomorrow. I will see. This $19 is like, I don't know. I don't know. Hydrogen is here to stay. I like them over Blink, to be honest with you, because they have more of a better infrastructure, but that's just me. But we'll see. NVIDIA, they are doing ridiculously good, and I'm very long on NVIDIA, holding for dear life on NVIDIA. I want to get more. However, though, I think the acquisition of ARM is going to be a very, 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 very huge deal. If, of course, they said the deal is going to take about 18 months, and of course, there's the whole thing with if it's going to be a monopoly, or if they're going to continue forward with it, or they're going to block it or whatnot. So I actually did make a play on that, and I didn't mention that. I've been a leap option play on that. Yeah, I paid a hefty penny for this because it's kind of down 6-7%, but whatever. It's holding on, and we have the shares regardless. GameStop, we're watching to see if it goes down. We already mentioned that. Ulta is one of those other retail companies that I'm following along with Lulu because they also did very well during the pandemic when all the lockdowns were happening. People got their stimulus checks. People were actually reinvesting, and then people were buying these products. So I'm going to be watching Ulta. They were doing, I forgot that they don't believe they got a price target upgrade. I had to double check that. But regardless, still watching Ulta. Very good company to hold long term. Excel, we already mentioned. Baba, we already went over. We only in those March plays, nothing more. Lulu, of course, it's also another one that we mentioned. That's a long term hold. If you buy from Lulu Mom, please do yourself a favor and buy this stock. Not a recommendation, of course. And last but not least, to finish it off, is Northern Genesis. So Northern Genesis is one of those special acquisition companies. It's a SPAC. All right, and as we know, as last year was the year of the SPAC IPOs. It was crazy. New companies are merging with these banks, blank check companies. Everybody thinking they were buying on hopium. They freaking skyrocketed. This one, however, is merging with a company called Lion Electric. Write that shit down. Lion Electric has a deal with Amazon. They already delivered a few cars, a few electric trucks. They're trucks and SUVs and I believe buses, if I'm not mistaken. But look them up. Matter of fact, I'll do it for you. All right, so this is Lion Electric. This is the company that's going to be merging with NGR. That was a stock, right? NGA, excuse me, NGA. And so they're going to be, when they merge, they're going to become LEV. So that's the one you need to remember is LEV. But going back to what I was saying earlier is that they have a few vehicles, actually. They have a few deals with companies that can have them converted over to electric school buses, which is huge. And not only that, they have prototypes, they have working models, they've seen them running on the road. They're not like Nikolai, and they are very functional. And not only that, but they also have a deal with Amazon as well to help with bringing down their carbon footprint. And especially with those delivery vans, as you can see, during the pandemic, they needed a lot of them because a lot of us were ordering from Amazon. So they have a special deal with them, and they're going to be converting those vehicles over to electric. So I'm going to be looking into them tomorrow and seeing if I'm going to get into position or not, depending on what happens tomorrow with my options and seeing the pricing, whether or not there's going to be a dip. But that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're doing well. And remember, keep your head up in the game. Do not lose faith, because even the best have bad days. So keep it locked. Much love. Peace.